Hello, everyone. I'm Nathaniel Freeman, and this is Freeman's Money. And today we're going to be talking about what I've been calling the $1 million problem. Now, this problem is it's a simple problem, but it is a problem that you have to think about in your mind. When you think about making $1,000, there's a million different ideas that come to your head. When you think of making $10,000, there's like half a million. When you get all the way up to figuring out how to make $1 million in 1 year, the list is very small if you can even think of anything. Now, that's the problem where it's like, okay, oh, sorry, my hand got in the way there. So that's the problem. If you want to make $1 million in 1 year, you have to either get an extremely high paying job or you have to figure out a way to sell something for $1 million. Now, that's my two solutions. You could always get it gifted or win the lottery. We're not talking about those things. We're talking about things that you could control. You could either go to school, level up your education, level up your experience to the point where someone would hire you and pay you $1 million a year, or you have to create something, you have to distribute something that you can make $1 million a year off of. So if you had an online course where it was like, oh, I sell this course for $1, you'd need a million people to sign up for that in 1 year. If you sold something where you got a profit of, let's say, $4, then you would have to sell that to 250,000 people. So but that's the problem I've been thinking about recently because I love my job, I love what I do. I'm probably gonna do it for the rest of my life, but I do want to be very wealthy, and I do want to be wealthy young. Now, will it happen? I'm sure it will, because I've got determination, and I'll make sure it happens. But you've got to thinking about making $10,000 is an extremely different line of thinking than trying to make $1 million. Even if you try to do it in a year, if you want to make $10,000 in a year, there's hundreds of people that will pay you $10,000 in a year. Just go sign up McDonald's or whatever. If you want to make 100,000, the line gets smaller, but you could still do it. Like my job, the average income in Dominion lending is 160,000. I'll probably, well, in a few years when I've gotten more established, when I've gotten my more clients and all that stuff, when I've become a name, then I might be making close to that amount. But it's something that you can do. If you want to make $1 million, that is a different question. It's on a different scale. And then from a million, what if you want to make $1 billion? Then that's a completely different thing. So thinking about these thoughts while you're on your financial journey and how you want to make money, those are something to really consider. Now, making $1 million, it's not as important as how much you save. Because if you make a million, but it costs you $995,000 to make that $1 million, well, you only made 5 grand. So it's not about how much money you make, it's more about how much money you keep. But the more you make, and if you can keep your expenses low, so for example, right now, my entire living is based around 60,000 a year. If I manage to make $1 million and keep my expenses, let's say, at 100,000, then I'm saving over 90% of what I made after the tax guy, of course, but oh, before the tax guy. But still, you understand the concept, the problem. Like, you need to, if you want to become financially wealthy, you need to think about how much you could be making, how much you are making, and then compare that to how much you're saving. And since I want to be extremely wealthy when I'm young, I got to think about the $1 million problem. So I'm going to be a mortgage agent. I'm going to be successful at it. That is my number one go to. But on the side, I'm thinking, hey, what can I do to boost my income? What can I do to make that $1 million? Now, my online store is actually a good example of that because it's very passive. I barely worked on it in the past 3 months, and I got like 2 sales a month out of it. So if I could scale that up, let's say I had, well, I make around five, yeah, I'm making around $5 per product I sell. So if I could scale that up to selling 250,000 of them, hey, there you go. I've got my $1 million in a year. Now, is it easy? I wouldn't say it's easy. Uh, how difficult? Yeah. Um, can it be done? Absolutely. But my primary focus has been on being a mortgage agent. That's my full time career. That's what I'm going into. That's still going to be my primary focus. But instead of watching Netflix, maybe I'll be working on my store, like a little side hustle. When I'm talking to people, primary focus is like, hey, I'm a mortgage agent. Let me help you. If you need help, let me help you. Oh, John. John doesn't walk. He wished he did. Wow, I don't even think he wished he did. He's just he's just a needy little kitten. But yeah, so that's the $1 million problem, and that's the problem I've been thinking about a lot lately. Figuring out how I want to solve that problem for me personally. For right now, I'm going to continue working as a mortgage agent. I'm going to keep working to generate more clients, to generate more income for myself so I can maintain my standards of living right now. But after that, well, when I'm not doing that, when it's like, oh, everybody's asleep and I still want to do some work, I'm going to be pounding away at that online store. I'm going to be working at other things to generate me income. Now, you can also do it with investments, which is why I'm always investing in the stock market every month. But yeah, that's what my thoughts for Sunday morning. Um, and yeah, John, you think that's good? He's pulling in my ear, so I'm guessing we're good. Anyways, that's my thoughts. That's the $1 million problem I've been thinking of solving. I'm hoping within the next 2 weeks I have my office back so I can make videos when I'm not downstairs in my living room just relaxing. I can make them up in my office, which will be very much enjoyable. The bathroom is almost done. As soon as I get the drywall up, I'll do some electrical work, and then I'm tiling, paint, done. Well, and put the vanity in, but all the plumbing's already run to it, so it's just like, okay, someone help me carry this big heavy thing up the stairs, set it there, yep, screw those things on, done, walk away. So very excited for that to be done. I'm excited to show you guys what I've been working on, but until then, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys here next time. Bye.